What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks MLB player props video. Going to be breaking it down, giving you guys a 4-hitter power play. As always, looking to go 4-0. We nailed it yesterday going 4-0, so looking to keep it going, guys. A quick little reflection on what we went with yesterday. We had the Rhys Hoskins over 6.5 hitter fantasy score, Nick Castellanos over 6.5 fantasy score, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman over hitter fantasy score. You see the results. Hoskins put up 13, Castellanos 7. Mookie Betts 16 and Freddie Freeman 10. So we nailed it yesterday. 4-0, guys. If you locked that ticket in, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know you won some money. And if you enjoy this content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Like on this good video is going to be 200 likes. Let's get this thing up to 200 likes. 4-0 ticket yesterday, guys, on the power play. Hopefully you locked that in and won some money. And I'm looking to go 4-0 again today, as always. If you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, would highly recommend you do so. It is a player props website where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like player strikeouts, first inning runs allowed, pitching out, pitcher fantasy score, hitter fantasy score, hits and walks, etc. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free promo money, and start winning some money over here on Prizepicks, guys. And we will be going with hitter fantasy score a lot. And yesterday was a perfect example of why, because Nick Castellanos didn't exactly have the greatest of games, but he was on a Phillies team that I was really high on. I thought he was going to get plenty of at-bats through the order. He does crush left-handed pitching, and it was a fantastic matchup for him, but he really didn't do the most. He had a walk, a single, and then he was able to score due to his teammates hitting him in, and he hit the over on his fantasy score. So I will be going with hitter fantasy score quite often here, and that's kind of why. We're looking to target teams that I'm high on against bad pitchers, bad bullpens, good hitting environments, good weather, all that stuff styled into these picks. So just to explain, we will be going with hitter fantasy score a lot. I get that question. That's why, because, Castellanos didn't even have the biggest of games. He still got us there being involved in that Phillies offense that had a good night at the plate. So that is my reasoning. And if you are interested in some premium content, I do offer a premium content package over here on Patreon. Patreon.com/KJK_DFS. You can get access to the DraftKings FanDuel MLB package. I do offer a Prizepicks MLB package. And if you want to play DraftKings FanDuel and Prizepicks, get access to both of those premium content packages. You can by getting the KJK DFS MLB combo package. If you're new to the channel, I would highly recommend you stick around for the MLB content. I've been playing MLB DFS for a while. I've taken down many tournaments, won quite a bit of money for DFS MLB throughout the years. So looking forward to giving my knowledge to you guys and helping you win some money as well. Always the goal. So let's get into it, guys. We're going to go game by game as always. And the first game that I want to talk about tonight is going to be the Chicago White Sox taking on the Kansas City Royals. I like the White Sox hitters tonight, 2 hitters, and they have a 4.68 implied run total. They have a lineup that just absolutely matches left-handed pitching, and they get one of the best left-handed pitching matchups you could ask for tonight, taking on Daniel Lynch. When looking at his underlying numbers across the board, really has not been good over the last couple years. He has a 5 SIERA with a 37.4% hard contact rate, and specifically against those right-handed hitters, he just really struggles. He's a left-handed hurler, really good against left-handed hitters, but really bad against righties. He gets a 5.11 slugging, 38.7% hard contact rate with a 386 WOBA, 41.8% fly ball rate, only an 18.2% K rate. And he has to take on the Chicago White Sox team tonight in Chicago. There's 12-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to center field in Chicago, which is fantastic. And then when you're pulling up the hitting environment, as far as how this ballpark plays overall, not the best hitting environment overall, but it does play pretty friendly for home runs. And we do have some guys with the power, also some guys with some speed that we're going to be talking about in this one. And like I said, with that wind blowing out, that is certainly going to make us happy. And then you factor in the matchup with Lynch. Everything lining up here, and there's 2 guys that I want to be going with the hitter fantasy score tonight. The first guy that I want to talk about is Mr. Tim Anderson. I like the over 7.5 hitter fantasy score for Tim Anderson, so he's going to be number 1 on the video today. Number 2 is going to be Jose Abreu. I like the over 6.5 hitter fantasy score for Jose Abreu as well. So those are going to be my 2 guys. Both mash left-handed pitching, very good stats, pulling up the numbers as far as what they feature against those lefties. Jose Abreu has a 290 ISO with a 400 WOBA against lefties, and Tim Anderson has a 200 ISO with a 390 WOBA against lefties. So both guys hit lefties very well. You also have Luis Robert on the White Sox that hit lefties very well. So I think he might be an interesting option tonight for your Prizepicks entries. But the reason I'm not going with him in this video is because Daniel Lynch is very reliant on the fastball slider combination. And when you're breaking down how these guys fare against that pitch, Luis Robert does not hit the slider too well off those left-handed pitchers. But Tim Anderson and Jose Abreu both absolutely mash the slider. So I like Tim Anderson, number 1. Jose Abreu, number 2. Those are going to be my first 2 picks on this video today. And then my next two picks, we're going to be heading on down to the LA Dodgers taking on the Arizona Diamondbacks. We just targeted these Dodgers last night, and now they get another fantastic matchup taking on Zach Davies tonight, whose underlying metrics are just not good. They have a 5.59 implied run total. They get a nice ballpark upgrade going to Arizona. We talked about it yesterday, but the Arizona Diamondbacks field, Chase Field, a lot of green going on out there in the outfield. Good ballpark for home runs, and specifically to left-handed batters down that right field line. Does play very friendly. So obviously the lefties won't hurt our feelings, but still for righties, it is a good hitting environment. Going to be going with two Dodgers tonight because they get to take on the likes of Zach Davies. Zach Davies has the worst SIERA on the slate. So we're targeting the two guys with the worst SIERAs on the slate, Zach Davies and then Daniel Lynch. Both just not the best numbers. Davies gives up a 34.1% hard contact rate, only strikes out hitters at a 17.3% clip. Gives up a 451 slugging to righties and a 414 slugging to lefties. Only a 20% K rate to righties and only a 14.3% K rate to lefties. Once again, a very talented Dodgers lineup, so I expect there to be lots of at-bats. They are the road team, which means they get the guaranteed top of the ninth at-bats no matter what happens, which is always nice. Makes us feel a little bit better. That's not going to be the final factor in whether I play a team or not. We just talked about the White Sox. They're the home team, but they're just in a really good spot. But anytime we can get that extra at-bat in the top of the ninth, in case our hitters aren't doing the best throughout the game and they get another chance in the ninth, that can put them over the edge, so that's always a bonus. And with a 5.59 implied total, a great matchup against Zach Davies. I want to be targeting two Dodgers hitters tonight. Hitter number one that I want to talk about is going to be, if you can scroll down and find him here, the LA Dodgers. Let's see. Okay, hitter number one I want to talk about tonight is going to be Trey Turner. I like the over 8.5 hitter fantasy score for Trey Turner tonight, so I really want to be going with him. And the second guy I want to talk about is Freddie Freeman. I like the over 7.5 hitter fantasy score for him. You do have Mookie Betts in a really good spot as well, similar to what I just talked about with Luis Robert. And the reason I'm going with Trey Turner and Freddie Freeman, very similar to what we just talked about with Luis Robert with the pitch repertoire. They're taking on the likes of Davies, and when we were breaking down his pitch repertoire as far as what he likes to go to, he is very reliant on the sinker changeup combination, and Mookie Betts just doesn't hit the sinker the best. He doesn't profile well against that pitch, but Freddie Freeman does, and Trey Turner does as well. So that's the reason I'm leaning towards going with those two guys tonight over Mookie Betts. But overall, I like the offense. If you wanted to add in, more hitters from the Dodgers, I wouldn't call you crazy. But those are going to be my four picks for this video, guys. So we talked about it: Trey Turner, Freddie Freeman, Jose Abreu, and Tim Anderson. Those are the four picks. Go ahead and lock them in and start winning some money over here on Prizepicks. Looking to go 4-0 again tonight, as always. If you haven't signed up to premium content, check it out. Like I said, patreon.com/KJK_DFS. That's the link below in the description. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks, sign up today. Use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match deposit up to $100 today. Lock that in. Get that free money offer. Lock these picks in and start winning some money over on Prizepicks, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Wishing you all the best of luck tonight, and we will see you in the next one.